Welcome back to the Theta Communications YouTube channel. Today we're going to be diving into a new Medium article from the Theta Labs team. Before we dive in, let us thank our Theta stakers as well as our Tfuel stakers over on ThetaCommunications.com. We greatly appreciate your support. We also have added 84 new edge nodes to the Tfuel staking page, so if you'd like to stake some more Tfuel, we have capacity and are building. We also have good YouTube content if you'd like to share with friends for our staking guide. Obviously, none of this is financial advice. We're very excited about AI and compute as a distributed resource. All right, let's dive in. Let's head on over to the Medium article here, which is introducing distributed verifiable LLM inference on Theta Edgecloud. So this is really exciting because LLM inference is super needed within the space. Let's give an example. If you have a bunch of agents working on tasks and the output comes from a centralized provider, you may get a biased response, and that biased response or output is then going to compound into the other pieces and therefore will need human intervention to change the final output of whatever task is being worked on. So what we have here with the trustless LLM inference for all is a way for checkers and people to make sure in a trustless environment that the outputs are legitimate and are useful. Because even right now, AI and the outputs as it stands aren't as useful without human intervention, right? Even the best engineers right now who are using and vibe coding things have to intervene to create the output. It may give them a lot of the old base template stuff, but we still have to interject in some cases to create the output that we truly want, streamlining some of the more minute tasks for sure. But this is only going to progress and get better as we move forward. So Theta Edgecloud being the first and only platform to offer trustless LLM inference is a big deal, right? This is like a Chainlink level announcement right here. In all seriousness, right? Because Chainlink, what they did was they brought real-world data to smart contracts and in a verifiable way where you had oracles and matching so that you knew that the output from the real-world data was legitimate and could then be applied to a smart contract, right? Let's use a price feed as an example. So because of that, this is that all-encompassing first step of where Theta's value proposition grows drastically, right? Because it potentially could also engage in things like this, and Theta ends up eating all the other projects around it, basically. So we have to revalue exactly where Theta is in contrast with everything else, because there is a centralizing element to the space where those that move first and are able to harness enough compute and harness enough data can eat everything around it, basically. So I think we are in prime position for that. So the LLMs currently rely on the centralized APIs as well as trusted execution environments. So that means that the output could be altered or fabricated, as we were highlighting previously. So now we have open source models like DeepSeek. So now you can kind of create like Chainlink, where you have these, you could have 5 open source models, all, verifying a different result, and then funneling down to the real response and the real output across the board. So very much like a blockchain trying to validate, whether certain transactions have been validated by certain nodes, let's say guardian nodes, right? And that checking process it's a huge deal, right? Because it means that we do get the output that we are seeking moving forward. So the other piece of this that I want you to understand as a Theta staker, a Tfuel staker, let's go on down here. The opens the door to auditable and trustless AI services with potential integrations into DAO tooling, autonomous agents, and DeFi risk engines. And the big piece is the decentralized guardians or witnesses. So a new use case, possibly for Theta or one of the various tokens within the ecosystem, to be doing this checking process as well too. Now, we're going to find out and see how that converts to value add to, let's say, Theta stakers, right? This may be the tipping point at which Theta Guardian nodes become super valuable on top of the current APR that is being provided, if they operate as a checker or a witness in this case. And I think this is just beginning. I think everyone kind of slept on what Chainlink was doing. I think the need for verifiable data in a trustless environment is huge. And this is only going to expand from here. And it's why we are so excited about spinning up more edge nodes, because we understand that we are going to need so much capacity, and this is only going to grow from here, and it's just beginning. So Chainlink is huge. Consider it like this, because it is like this. You're dealing with distributed agents and distributed outputs, and those distributed outputs need to be verifiable, and they need to make sense so that they are usable, and by academia, by businesses, by governments in the future. So huge things coming our way. Very excited to be on the journey with you all. I look forward to seeing you on the next one, and as always, I will see you on Tfuel Island. Take care. Bye-bye.